What if the most feared symbol in human history was never truly about a number? What if generations misunderstood it? And why has humanity carried the fear of 666 for centuries? Why do people react instantly when they see it? And why has this symbol survived empires, religions, wars, and even the modern digital age? Is it simply superstition? Or is there something far deeper hidden beneath the fear? Because throughout history, strange patterns keep appearing. Ancient writings warn about it, and powerful rulers feared symbols connected to it. Entire cultures turn the number into a sign of darkness, and even today, millions still feel uncomfortable when they see it. Some avoid it, some obsess over it, some believe it represents the end of humanity. And again, others believe the true meaning was hidden from the world long ago. But listen, the greatest mystery is this. Why does the fear still survive? And why does humanity continue returning to the same symbol, over and over again? Here now we descend into one of the darkest mysteries ever attached to human civilization. Not just the mystery of a number, but the mystery of fear itself. Because maybe 666 was never just a warning about the future, maybe it was a mirror. Before we understand 666, we must first understand something even more disturbing. Human beings have always feared symbols, not weapons, not monsters. Symbols. A simple mark, a shape, and a sign. Something that should mean nothing somehow gains power over millions of minds. Why? Because symbols do something terrifying. They enter the imagination. And once fear enters imagination, it becomes difficult to control. Since ancient times, civilizations believed symbols could carry energy, warnings, blessings, curses, or hidden truth. A crown symbolized power. A cross symbolized sacrifice, a serpent symbolized temptation, and somewhere deep in history, 666 became attached to something darker. But why this number? And why not another? Psychologists believe the human brain naturally searches for patterns. When enough people attach fear to something, the symbol begins to feel alive, and once fear spreads through generations, the symbol becomes immortal. This is why even people who do not believe in prophecy sometimes feel uncomfortable seeing 666. The reaction happens automatically. The mind remembers the fear before logic even begins. But symbols alone cannot create centuries of terror. Something else happened. Something transformed a simple number into one of the most feared symbols on Earth. To understand that transformation, we must travel back into the ancient world. Long before modern mathematics, numbers carried spiritual meaning. Ancient civilizations believed numbers represented hidden forces. Some numbers symbolized harmony, others symbolized chaos. Kings consulted numerical signs before battles. Priests studied patterns in sacred writings. Mystics believed the universe itself spoke through numbers. To ancient minds, numbers were not merely tools, they were messages. And among many cultures, repeating numbers were believed to amplify meaning. 3 repetitions could represent completeness, perfection, or corruption. Some historians believe the fear surrounding 666 grew because of this repetition. Others believe the number became feared because it represented imperfection raised to its highest level. But the mystery deepened when ancient writings connected the number to something called the beast, a symbol so powerful that centuries later humanity still debates its meaning. Was it a ruler, an empire, a spiritual warning, or a symbol of corrupted humanity itself? The answers remain hidden beneath layers of interpretation, fear, and legend. But one thing is certain. The moment the number became linked to the beast, everything changed. Among the most mysterious writings in human history lies a passage that changed the meaning of 666 forever. A passage filled with symbols, visions, warnings, and terrifying imagery. For centuries, readers struggled to understand it. Some believed it described the future. Others believed it described the corruption of power. And some believed it revealed the hidden darkness inside humanity itself. The prophecy spoke of a beast, a force connected to deception, influence, control, and fear. And attached to this beast was a number. But the mystery was never simple. Many scholars argued the number was symbolic. Others believed it referred to a specific ruler from ancient history. Some believed it represented systems of corruption repeating across generations. And over time, the uncertainty itself created even greater fear, because human beings fear what they cannot fully understand. And when mystery mixes with religion, fear can survive for thousands of years. Listen, the strangest part of the prophecy was not the number. It was the warning. A warning that humanity could willingly follow corruption while believing they were safe. That idea terrified people more than monsters ever could, because it suggested something deeply disturbing. The danger might not come from outside humanity. The danger might rise from within it. Human beings fear dark symbols, yet they are drawn toward them. Why? Why do people stare at forbidden things? Why does mystery attract attention? And why do terrifying stories spread faster than peaceful ones? Because fear creates emotional intensity, and emotional intensity captures the mind. This is why horror stories survive. This is why mysterious symbols become unforgettable. And this is why 666 continues appearing in music, films, internet theories, and cultural imagination. Not merely because people believe in it, but because people cannot stop thinking about it. Psychologists explain that the unknown creates tension in the brain. The mind wants answers. When answers remain hidden, obsession grows. And once obsession grows, fear becomes powerful. This is why the symbol survived centuries. Not because everyone believed the same thing, but because everyone kept asking questions. What does it mean? Why did it appear? And what if the warnings were true? And the more questions people asked, the stronger the symbol became. What if the beast was never meant to represent a monster? What if it represented something far more dangerous? Human corruption. Throughout history, power has transformed people. Kings became tyrants, and empires consumed nations. Leaders obsessed over control, and greed destroyed civilizations. Again and again, humanity repeated the same pattern. And some interpreters believe this was the real warning hidden behind the symbol. Not merely a future event, but a recurring cycle. A cycle where power slowly corrupts human beings until they lose their humanity. The beast was symbolic, not a creature. But the darkest parts of human nature amplified pride, greed, obsession, and control. The hunger for dominance. When these desires grow unchecked, human beings can become terrifying. And maybe that is why the symbol continues haunting civilization. Because every generation sees traces of the warning repeating around them. One of humanity's deepest fears is not death. It is loss of control, the fear of invisible systems, invisible influence, and invisible manipulation. And throughout modern history, many theories connected 666 to systems of control, technology, surveillance, digital identity, economic systems, and global influence. Whether true or exaggerated, these fears spread rapidly because they touch something ancient inside the human mind. The fear of becoming trapped, the fear of losing freedom, and the fear that humanity may slowly surrender itself without realizing it. But fear alone does not prove truth. And this is important. Many theories surrounding 666 are interpretations, not confirmed facts, yet the emotional impact remains powerful. Because symbols become strongest when they connect to existing anxiety. And modern civilization is filled with anxiety. People fear surveillance, people fear manipulation, and people fear losing identity. So when ancient symbols become attached to modern fears, the mystery grows even darker. Never before in history has fear traveled as fast as it does today. One image, one rumor, one mysterious clip, and millions see it instantly. The internet transformed symbols into global phenomena. Now theories spread within hours. Videos gain millions of views. People search endlessly for hidden meanings. And somewhere inside this digital storm, 666 became larger than ever before. But something strange happens online. The more mysterious a subject becomes, the more people become emotionally attached to it. Fear creates engagement. Mystery creates obsession, and algorithms reward emotional intensity, which means modern technology may unintentionally amplify fear itself. And perhaps that is one of the darkest twists in this entire story. The symbol no longer spreads slowly through ancient whispers. Now it spreads instantly through screens. Throughout decades, strange stories emerged around the number. Some claimed terrifying coincidences. Others described nightmares. Urban legends spread through communities. Internet forums filled with personal experiences. Some stories were likely exaggerated. Others may have been psychological fear amplified by imagination. But regardless of truth, the emotional effect remained real. Because once fear enters the mind, ordinary events begin feeling unnatural. People began seeing patterns everywhere. Repeating numbers, symbols and shadows, coincidences attached to dates. And once the mind begins searching for hidden meaning, it often finds it. This is one reason mysterious symbols become so powerful. They reshape perception itself. Suddenly, ordinary events feel connected, and fear transforms coincidence into something that feels personal. This is why the legend survived so long. Because the human imagination can turn mystery into reality. There is another danger hidden beneath this mystery. Obsession. When people become consumed by fear, fear begins controlling them. Some spent years searching endlessly for signs, others disconnected from reality. Some became trapped in paranoia. And ironically, this may be the exact trap the warning was meant to reveal. Because symbols only gain ultimate power when human beings surrender their minds to fear. The ancient warning may never have been about terror. It may have been about awareness, a warning against corruption, manipulation, blind obsession, and the darkness that grows when fear replaces wisdom. If that interpretation is true, then humanity may have misunderstood the symbol for centuries. What is 666? A prophecy? A warning? A psychological symbol? A spiritual mystery? Or a mirror reflecting humanity's darkest instincts? The answer was never meant to be simple. That uncertainty itself is why the symbol survived. Because unresolved mysteries never truly die. And maybe the greatest reason humanity fears 666 is because deep down, people fear themselves, fear their greed, they fear corruption, fear manipulation, and fear the possibility that darkness is not distant, but human, very human. For thousands of years, humanity searched for the beast. In kingdoms, in symbols, in technology, and in prophecy. But the most disturbing possibility is this. What if the warning was never about finding evil somewhere far away? What if it was about recognizing the darkness capable of growing inside civilization itself, inside systems, inside power, and inside human desire? And maybe that is why the number survived, not because of superstition, but because every generation sees pieces of the warning repeating again. A cycle of greed, control, fear, obsession, and the terrifying truth that humanity often creates the very darkness it fears most. So the next time you see the number 666, ask yourself one question: was humanity afraid of the symbol? Or afraid of what the symbol revealed about humanity? And now, I want to hear from you. What do you truly believe 666 represents? A prophecy, a warning, a hidden symbol of corruption, or something humanity still does not fully understand? Write your thoughts in the comments below, because the deeper this mystery goes, the more terrifying the questions become. And if this message awakened your curiosity, subscribe right now, because there are far darker mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Mysteries hidden inside ancient symbols, forgotten prophecies, unexplained patterns, and secrets humanity was never meant to ignore. Turn on the notifications and share this video to someone